Traders every day are earning thousands of dollars for themselves trading the market. What separates them from you is that these traders possess certain knowledge and tools the everyday person does not have. Tools that if you knew how to use, you too can make money every day with. Learn the right skills, tips and strategies from the very best at www.tradegenius.
Talking about Lawrence Okolie, you had front row seats to an incident that happened yesterday between him and Isaac Chamberlain. We couldn't pick. I got a video clip of, I think it was Lawrence Okolie's brother's Instagram account. I looked at it, couldn't really pick up the audio. You were there. What was being said?
Well, I went to talk to both of them actually, and Okolie came over when I was talking to Chamberlain and asked when I'm going to make this fight, you know, and started referring to Instagram posts and blah blah blah. And then Isaac was sitting down at the time, and Lawrence was sort of pointing and talking down. So obviously he stood up, and then he stood up. They come together. The other boys come together. It felt like Chisora White. It felt like Dylan against AJ. It's London on London. It's like ego on ego. But it's too early. You know, Lawrence has had 3 fights. He's never gone past the first round. Isaac's had, what, 8 fights now? Let's build this fight into a big, all-British domestic showdown. Give me 6 to 12 months and we'll get it right. As I said to both fighters, when we gamble, and that fight is a gamble for both, you gamble for proper money. You don't gamble for 10 grand, 15 grand. You gamble for real money. And I can provide that very easily. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly how to build fights, especially when you have that mix. This is what I was saying the other day about Ward Kovalev. You know, it does, what, 130, 40,000 buyers. You've got 2 top 5 or 2 top 10 pound for pound fighters. You've got the first fight, which was really good. You got the anticipated rematch, and you got 2 guys who hate each other. And you got, throw in the characters, Kathy Duva, Virgil Hunter, you know what I mean? James Prince. This is like, it's bread and butter stuff, you know? And people talk about, yeah, but there was a promotional difference, you didn't have to work with him, and but you make it happen. This is so easy to create hype and interest in a fight like that. You give me Chamberlain against Okolie. I mean, you're talking about Ward against Kovalev, and I'm talking about Chamberlain against Okolie. I mean, they're slightly different spectrums at the moment, but it's the same process, it's the same model, it's the same mindset, it's the same hype machine. It's very easy to do when you've got that bubble in between. You've got 2 personalities who just clash. You just got to exploit it.
When I speak to Americans about this, the way promotion is here, yourself, Frank Warren, whatever, and there's a lot more fans involved in the UK, they say it's because boxing isn't one of the top sports in the country in America. They've got basketball, they've got whatever else. What would you say to something like that?
I would say that boxing wasn't one of the top sports in the country 5 years ago, and now it is. So it doesn't take decades to get it right, and it can all take one fight. You know, one fight can turn a sport around, and I probably look back to Froch Boutte as an example of that, where that grabbed the attention of people and they went, you know what, boxing's great, wow. And then you got momentum, but you got no momentum in America. You've got no one promoting fighters 24/7, 365, no big marketing teams. You know, you've got promoters who are too old, who can't associate with what the fans want, and that's the same here. Frank Warren, my dad, they can't, they're never going to compete with our mindset because they can't. It's not a case of I'm a better promoter than Frank Warren. I just understand the audience a lot better. If my dad was promoting, I'd spank him all over the place because he's nearly 70. Like, he doesn't get it. So, and I think you have the same problem in America. You know, Bob Arum, Lou DiBella, excellent promoters, excellent minds. But just things have moved on. It's a different mindset. People are digesting content in a different fashion. People are purchasing tickets in different ways. People want different things from events, you know, and we're creating that. We're giving to them. We've got a long way to go. We're not perfect. I'll get a lot of things wrong. I'll get more things right. But I know where we're going. I know the strategy. And you will see us in America. You know, I'll talk to you. Yeah, it's imminent.
Well, how long? I was just going to ask you. How long are we looking at Matchroom boxing being in America?
I believe you will see us promote a show in America this year. Whether it's Joshua-Klitschko, whether it's another show as well, you will see us in America this year. And again, not being arrogant and not meaning to upset people and, you know, put people's hair out of place. When we go into America, we will dominate. Make no mistake about it. So. And I'm not looking to shaft people, I'm looking to work with people, but understand this, when we go in, we go in. It's not a case of we're just going to just have a little, oh, we won't upset anyone, oh, thank you, we're off now. We go in, we're there to stay. And that's all the work that's going on behind the scenes at the moment to make sure we have the right partners, we have the right fights, we have the right fighters. And again, it's not a case of we're going to go in and destroy everybody. That's not the mentality. But when we're in to stay, work with as many people as possible, work with as many fighters as possible. But I know exactly the plan and what we look to do. Whether I can pull it off, the proof will be in the pudding. But don't back against me.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you aren't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking this icon right here. Oh, and if you're also in any need of any boxing gear, make sure you make your way over to proboxingsupplies.com.